to ShelbyCobra. Now, I know I've made many videos about the Orthodox afterlife, but somebody by the name of ShelbyCobra messaged me on Protestants, my video, but not viewing many Protestants as Christian. So you want to know about the Orthodox view of the afterlife. God, it all starts with our concept of God. God is love. God is fire. We are given these analogies in the Bible. And God is love is the true statement of what you can say positively about God. We usually use apophatic terms, meaning negative terms. He's unknowable, he's unspeakable, he's unimaginable, boundless, terms like these. And that's what we go back to. All of humanity, it's like a tablecloth getting pulled off of the table. All of humanity is getting dragged back to God ever since the incarnation. And yes, we do believe in a resurrection of the body. It's not just the spirit, as some proclaim. The body and the spirit make up the soul. It makes up the human. We will all go back to the presence of God. Now, being in the presence of love and loving it is heaven. It is Sinoga. It is the kingdom of God. To be in the presence of love and absolutely hating it is to be in eternal torment in hell. And it all has to do with you. The gates of hell are locked from the inside. This is what I was told in catechism class. The gates of hell are locked from the inside. You can get out at any time. Now, some in the Orthodox Church, most would say, those gates become eternally locked at the resurrection, or at the general resurrection, at the return of Christ. That those gates are permanently locked. Others, like Isaac of Skeet and many other earlier Christians, even Christians very close to the time of Christ, said no, everybody will eventually get out. And you can see this in works like the Apocalypse of Peter. But yeah, everybody goes back to the presence of God. And is in the presence of God. If you hate God, like many atheists do, that will be your problem. The Roman Catholics view it as an unending tapestry of light that keeps unfolding. I don't see anything wrong with this view. But there is no paradise earth, or it's not. The Muslims, even in the Quran, reject Christians because they say they don't believe in paradise. They don't, believe in going there and have sex with virgins and this and that. It's those who don't believe in the hereafter. That's what they call it, because we don't. And that's pretty much the simplest way I can put it. I have other videos on here where I go into much further length, but there is no true division. The division given in the Bible in a parable was to explain the gap between the two, and there is a huge rift. Even you might be standing right next to the person, and there's still a huge gulf between you because the hearts are different. That's why we don't worry when children die. We know where they go to. What about 6,000 years ago in Aboriginal Australia? No, we don't worry about that. Everybody can access God. When we have the ability to, you must go to if you're living on church, or if you're living on earth, and you don't go to church, you don't do anything, you just want to stay away from God the rest of your life, that's what your afterlife will be. You will want to be separated from forever, and you won't be. You'll be right there. Imagine all the evils you've done, all the wicked things in your life, being looked back upon by all your ancestors and all your future generations. It's why when we live, we're supposed to live in eternity. We're supposed to recognize what's going to come after us. And it doesn't diminish this life at all in the least. But this idea of what the Protestants have come to believe of this life ends and then everything gets wiped away like an atomic bomb dropped and then everything's new and blah blah, so that your life really didn't matter at all. I mean, think of that. After the resurrection, when the Protestants are sitting in heaven, in their theology, what was the use for life? It was just a hell for them, so they could eventually get out of it because of original sin. We don't believe in original sin, and we don't wind up because of that. We wind up having a totally different afterlife, and because we put the emphasis on the incarnation instead of this bloody, torturous death that our Messiah went through. No, they tend to focus on that. Not that the incomprehensible, the boundless God took flesh. Doesn't matter to them. It's whether he got nailed to a tree and bled out for them, so then all their sins just can fall on it and they can forget about it. It's not the Orthodox view. I have other videos. I'll try to send you links to them, even though I don't know how to send links. I'll find out. Peace to you.